to The Underscore. I'm Rick Clark, your guide on this cinematic musical journey. In today's episode, we're diving into the emotional power and legacy of Halo's music. From the original game's iconic score to a brand new orchestral album that reimagines those legendary themes. It's episode 4 of The Underscore, and our focus is music from Halo, the new album by London Music Works, released by Silva Screen Records on May 2nd. This album is the 63-minute odyssey through the Halo universe's most iconic melodies, newly recorded in rich orchestral detail. Each track, arranged by composer Antonin Roux and performed by London Music Works, it breathes new cinematic life into music that has defined Halo from 2001 to today, including a special nod to the recent Halo television series. Before we delve into the album's fresh take, let's journey back to where it all began. Halo Combat Evolved, the first Halo game released in 2001, opened with a piece of music that would become nothing short of legendary, the Halo theme. Composers Martin O'Donnell and Michael Salvatore were tasked with giving this sci-fi epic a sound that felt ancient, epic, and mysterious. The result, a Gregorian chant melody that instantly transports you to a realm of grandeur and wonder. Close your eyes, and you can see the Master Chief discovering the ring world for the first time, the vastness of space, and the promise of adventure. It's goosebump-inducing every time. Even today, the opening notes of the Halo theme send a shiver down the spine of gamers everywhere. There's a timeless quality to it. It feels as though it could be echoing from an ancient cathedral or across a Forerunner ruin. O'Donnell and Salvatore managed to fuse the old and the new, monastic chanting and orchestral splendor, with just a touch of edgy percussion to create something both otherworldly and instantly memorable. On this new album, this theme is recreated in all its glory. London Music Works brings a full modern orchestra and choir to bear, giving the piece even more depth. The voices are crystal clear, the drum hits even more thunderous. It's as if the Halo Ring's horizon has expanded, every detail in the music rendered in high definition. But the cinematic richness of this new recording makes an old classic feel alive and immersive all over again. After Halo's debut, each sequel would expand the emotional range of its music. In 2004's Halo 2, the soundtrack grew bolder, adding electric guitars and bigger ensembles. But it also gave us moments of delicate tension and sorrow. It also offered moments of poignant beauty. Enter Remembrance. The Halo 2 soundtrack, Remembrance, is a brief choral piece, just over a minute long, but it leaves a lasting impression. It's essentially a hymn for Halo, a gentle chorus that seems to echo in some sacred space. In the game, this music is heard deep underwater as the Master Chief travels via an ancient elevator through submerged Forerunner ruins. The voices in Remembrance are angelic and distant, so giving the sense that you're touching something venerable and holy in the Halo universe. Despite its brevity, it conveys wonder and a tinge of sadness, as if aware of the long-lost history beneath the surface. By 2007, Halo 3 arrived, and with it, a culmination of musical themes that had been building over the trilogy. O'Donnell and Salvatore pulled out all the stops to give Halo 3 a score worthy of an epic conclusion. Two pieces in particular from Halo 3 have become fan favourites for how powerfully they capture the game's emotional core. Never Forget and One Final Effort. These tracks are almost polar opposites in tone. One is soft and mournful, the other bold and heroic, yet both are quintessential Halo. Never Forget is at its heart a song of remembrance. Its melody is actually based on an earlier theme called Unforgotten. This is the music of farewell and gratitude. In Halo 3's story, humanity stands on the brink of victory, but has suffered great losses. Never Forget feels like a tribute to the Marines and Spartans who gave their lives throughout the war. It's the kind of piece you might imagine at a memorial service within the Halo universe, somber yet uplifting, and reminding everyone of what was sacrificed for peace. Indeed, with such a moving melody, it's impossible to forget the feelings this music evokes. It stands as a testament to how Halo's score gave depth to the narrative, making the fight for humanity feel deeply personal. Then, shifting gears, Halo 3 also gave us One Final Effort. If Never Forget is a goodbye, One Final Effort is a battle cry. This track accompanies one of Halo 3's most exhilarating moments. The fight against two Scarab tanks in the level The Covenant, a climactic showdown. The music kicks in with determined piano chords, a clever nod to a prior theme, and then erupts into a full throttle rendition of the Halo motif. It's urgent, driving, with the audio equivalent of rallying troops for a last stand. When you played Halo 3, This music made you feel unstoppable. As those two giant scarabs loom on the battlefield, one final effort surges, encouraging you, the player, to do the impossible, to save the day one last time. First trilogy complete, Halo's music had firmly entrenched itself in gaming culture. Fans weren't just hearing these pieces in-game, they were buying soundtrack CDs, attending orchestral concerts like Video Games Live to hear Halo suites performed, and sharing fan covers online. The Halo score proved that video game music could be as impactful and beloved as any movie soundtrack. It's no surprise that themes like the Halo theme or One Final Effort are now regularly performed by symphony orchestras around the world. They've become modern classics. In 2012, the Halo saga passed to a new studio, 343 Industries, and with it came new composers and new musical ideas. Stepping into Martin O'Donnell's shoes was no small task, but Halo 4's soundtrack managed to respect the past while also breaking new ground. For Halo 4, composer Neil Davidge, known for his work with the trip-hop group Massive Attack, took the reins, bringing a more cinematic, ambient style to the game. The standout theme from Halo 4, and one that appears on the music from Halo albums, is simply titled 117. It begins with military snare drums, a sense of anticipation. A solemn trumpet calls out, almost as if searching, then answered by tense electronic beats that remind us we're in a new chapter of Halo. And this is the moment when the Master Chief's resolve solidifies, when hope and determination coalesce into music. In fact, keen ears noticed that late in the track, Davidge subtly wove in echoes of Halo 3's One Final Effort theme, nodding to the legacy that came before. It's a brilliant melding of old and new, signifying that though the story might be moving forward, it hasn't forgotten where it began. Those hints of the classic Halo motif surface, they're unmistakable and will make any longtime fan smile in recognition. It's proof that Halo's musical DNA persists, adapting to new times but never losing its core spirit. Halo 4 paved the way for more musical evolution. Halo 5, Guardians, 2015, composed by Kazuma Jinuchi, continued to blend electronic elements with orchestra and even revisited some classic themes in new ways. In fact, Jinuchi crafted a beautiful new arrangement of Never Forget in Halo 5's epilogue, showing that even in a new saga, the old melodies live on. By the time we reach Halo Infinite in 2021, the franchise's music comes full circle. 343 Industries clearly wanted to recapture the magical essence of the original game for Halo Infinite, and they did so in part by bringing back those iconic musical cues. Halo Infinite's score was a collaborative effort between composers Gareth Coker, Curtis Schweitzer, and Joel Korolitz, each contributing pieces. The very first track gamers here in Halo Infinite's menu is tellingly titled Zeta Halo. This piece is essentially Halo's musical past and future, wrapped into one. Zeta Halo begins, fittingly, with the Gregorian chant that we know and love. But this time it's sung anew by a fresh choir, both male and female voices, invoking that ancient Halo theme in a way that feels like a homecoming. As those chants fade, a new melody rises from the depths, mysterious and hopeful. The music paints the grandeur of Installation 07, Zeta Halo, its sprawling landscapes and lurking secrets. Our journey through Halo's music wouldn't be complete without acknowledging that Halo's universe expanded beyond games. In 2022, the Halo TV series premiered, bringing the franchise into live action. With it came a brand new score by composer Sean Callery, known for his work on shows like 24. Creating music for Halo in the television format was a delicate balance. It needed to feel fresh for a new medium and story interpretation, yet it couldn't stray too far from what made Halo's sound iconic. Callery introduced new themes, but he also paid homage to the original scores. Having travelled from 2001's Halo through to 2025's newest interpretations, one thing becomes abundantly clear. The emotional power of Halo's music is the true through line of the franchise. These melodies and motifs have essentially become the voice of Halo's mythology. They tell the story even when there are no words. Think about it. And the games themselves have plenty of great dialogue and action, but it's the music that often tells you how to feel, and the sorrow when a character falls, the triumph when a mission is accomplished, the awe of discovering a new world. The music carries all of that. Composer Martin O'Donnell once approached Halo's score with the mindset of scoring a film, ensuring that every piece, every motif was crafted to elevate the narrative. That approach has clearly lived on as each subsequent composer built on that foundation. Why does it resonate so deeply? Perhaps because as players we lived these moments with the music as our companion. Something like Never Forget might have played as we said our goodbyes to characters we had grown to love. The music became intertwined with our own memories of playing, late night co-op sessions with friends, the cheers in the living room when a tough level was finally beaten, the quiet moments pondering the fate of Halo's universe. These tracks are not just background score, they are emotional markers in our shared experience. As the final notes of music from Halo fade out, one can't help but feel a mix of nostalgia and excitement. Nostalgia for all those legendary moments we've lived through in the Halo universe, and excitement for the fact that this music is still very much alive, still evolving, and still inspiring. Halo's saga isn't over, and neither is its music. As long as there are more stories to tell in that universe, we can be sure the composers will be ready to give us new themes to love, built on the foundations laid by the classics we've celebrated today. The underscore is all about celebrating the music that shapes our stories, and Halo is a perfect example of how a soundtrack can define a legacy. I hope next time you play a Halo game, or even just hear a few notes of its music, you'll feel what I feel, that rush of epic adventure, the depth of its emotional core, and the enduring mythos that it carries. This has been Rick Clark, and until next time, stay tuned to the music around you.